Hello, guys. Bad Blood's in the books. And now we move on to November. What a show it was. And what a recap I have for all of you. Hello again, everyone. Erik Dunn here. And I am actually not at home on my couch, as I normally would be. If you don't know where I normally am, no, this is not a library. I'm in the party room for Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. This is actually the bowling alley where I have my Candlepin League on Wednesday nights from September to April. So I was gracious enough from the staff to allow me to use this room, and I'm very fortunate. But welcome once again to Falls Count Anywhere, and this is going to be a great recap for you. Bad Blood, going over the card and my predictions, the surprises, and we'll also look at what's already been confirmed for Crown Jewel as well, because I believe if I look at my calendar here, Crown Jewel is on the 2nd, so Crown Jewel is 3.5 weeks away from a very, very familiar site for WWE, and that is Red Eye, Saudi Arabia. Yep. So they return to Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel, and then they're at the end of the month Survivor Series War Games in Vancouver. So you can find me here every Wednesday at 5 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, Amazon, Google, Spotify, TuneIn, and Podbean podcasts. And then follow us, please, at our Facebook and our YouTube channels at RI Broadcasting to stay up to the date. And then you can also find us as well at Buy Me a Coffee at RI Broadcasting to help and support the channel and the company. Patreon as well for those that want to help and help us out financially as well and become a member and become a permanent subscriber. And for those that are interested in advertising and wanting to be a part of our family regarding Rhode Island Broadcasting and getting your name and your business out there, your ad will be read right here. And it will be read from myself, so not only will people see it, but the audio version will be heard on Spotify, Amazon Red Circle, and more. For those interested in wanting more information, send an email to Rodrigo at all one word, ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. That's all one word, ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. Ron will set you up, give you everything you need, and will send you on your way for be a part of this company. So, this broadcast of Falls Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn, Rodrigo, and Rhode Island Broadcasting for the proper use of our audience in any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone. It's not prohibited and it's given the express consent to be shared and is greatly appreciated. Okay, let's see what we have got. First on deck, let's go into Bad Blood. So, 5 matches, and we'll start with what kicked off the show going down the line here. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and Punk won. So I got the first one. The epic trilogy between these two ended in unforgettable fashion when the best in the world made good on his nickname and defeated the Scottish Warrior and the Scottish Psychopath inside the hellish structure. The two bitter rivals battered each other inside the cell using steel walls, and not only that, Punk brutalized McIntyre's skull with a wrench. He needed 16 staples to get that thing shut, by the way. I'll say that again, 16 staples. McIntyre then took control with hitting a claymore on the outside, and he berated a bloody Punk when he viciously beat him, promising to end his career. A desperate Punk bowed back and hit him with a toolbox. Blessing opened the former WWE champion for hitting him with the GTS, go to sleep, leading to the second stage Saint cackling inside the cell. Onslaught continued. McIntyre mustered enough strength to hit a devastating suplex through a table that left Punk motionless for a few minutes on the outside. Nevertheless, Punk evened the odds with another GTS. McIntyre then dumped dozens of friendship bracelet beads onto Punk as a sign of disrespect, but only fired up Punk, who wrapped a steel chain around his leg before one final GTS to win it. So Punk also has taken time off due to injuries. Might not see him again until the Rumble in February. Who knows? So that one I got right. This one, I believe I got this one wrong, and Bailey didn't win. Nia Jax retained, so this one I lost. Um, Nia Jax, she hit an avalanche Samoan drop and a thunderous annihilator to retain her title. After the match, Jax exited by herself while Stratton clung to her briefcase at ringside. So Tiffany Stratton did not cash in her Money in the Bank contract. So that one I got wrong. This one I got right. So 2-1. That is Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Priest got the win. Priest's elite striking contrasted Balor's speed and mat skills, but one massive elbow strike to an airborne Balor gave the Archer of Infamy the advantage. A broken arrow from Priest didn't keep Balor down for long as the Prince hit a sling blade, only to be met with more incredible blows from the deadly striker. Balor's aggressiveness backfired as Priest gut wrenched him into a razor's edge before falling out with another one onto the ring apron. But out of nowhere, Carlito and JD McDonough hit the scene, allowing Balor to land a coup de grace, but it wasn't enough to put away Priest. Balor hit two more, but his third attempt was countered into a stop that happened, which delivered the Terror Twin the win. I was happy that Priest finally got his hands on that, so that one I got right. This one I got wrong, 2-2. Rhea Ripley defeated Liv Morgan, but it was by disqualification, so Liv Morgan is still the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. So she hit a new signature move that she affectionately called Homewrecker. Dirty Dom managed to pick the lock of the shark cage, but he couldn't find a way down to the floor. He could only watch while Ripley put Morgan in a prison lock. Ripley brought the fight to the outside, caused Mysterio to fall out of the cage, only stayed by the chain that was wrapped around his ankle. And then, like a pinata, Ripley attacked Dirty Dom with a kendo stick. Raquel Rodriguez, Morgan's former women's tag team title partner, returned and took out Ripley. The ambush caused disqualification and sent a message that the Judgment Day got a lot more dangerous. This one I'm so happy I got right. Cody and Roman defeated the Bloodline. So I went 3-2. 60%. I still passed, but I should have saw that one coming. The Bloodline suffered a loss after a sudden return by a member of the original Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu laid a perfectly planned trap and isolated Reigns, allowing Fatu to decimate the OTC. But the American Nightmare saluted Roman and hit a diving splash through Fatu through the announce table. Tag team champs, the Tonga brothers, attempted to get involved, but they were neutralized by a returning Jimmy Uso, who aligned with the OTC and allowed Reigns to hit the spear on Sikoa to defeat Solo and win. Rose was assaulted by the Bloodline, but Jimmy gave encouragement to Roman in the entranceway, and the two dashed back to the ring to help Cody fight off the quartet. But just as Reigns handed the title of the undisputed WWE title to Cody, The Rock appeared on the entranceway for an epic stare down, leaving WWE's Dream Team stunned in the ring. What do you think this means? So Jimmy's back. He's with Roman. Rock is back. I found this out online too. Under social media, there was a reaction of Solo when Rock returned. And he said, and I quote, "It's all part of the plan." What do you think that means? That means Rock is aligning with the new Bloodline. It leads me to wonder, is Roman trying to get the original Bloodline back, but this time for a good reason? Could we potentially see Jay come back with Jimmy? Could we see Sammy come back to Roman? That means it'd be 4-on-4. But the problem is if you have Rock in there, it's 5-on-5, so they need one more. It's not going to be Cody. So who could be the fifth? Maybe Brock Lesnar. I mean, we're bound to see Paul Heyman come back at some point too, right? I mean, that'd be nice if Heyman came back too. Yeah, I can't say for sure, but what I do know regarding this situation with Roman is Rock at the end of Bad Blood went on Instagram on a 5-minute video, and there was faces on the side of a WWE trailer, the big ass trucks, the one truck. Picture of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He said, something along the lines of, "That's my boy right there. To here with you all day. That's the Rock's boy. Dusty Rhodes, one of my heroes. I love you, but I hate your son." And then John Cena's picture, his face is out there, and he goes, "I'll go eat some more Fruity Pebbles." Yeah, he's back. But let's also remember something too. And I want to make sure you guys keep this in mind. Rock will be also coming back for 2025. It looks like for this coming WrestleMania in Vegas, is it him and Roman? Finally, under the right reasons? Maybe. But keep this in mind. The entire year of 2025 is John Cena's retirement tour. Remember that. Could we see one more time Cena Rock 3? Because don't forget, John Cena and Rock only had 2 matches at WrestleMania, 28 and 29. Rock won the first in Miami. Cena won the second in MetLife in 29. And then 32, they dismembered the Wyatt family. And then 23, they reunited again. But now, with Rock as heel, they went at it with Rock, with Cena getting rock bottom at WrestleMania in Philly. I want you guys to remember that for 1 second. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Rock went 3 WrestleManias. They had three. They had part 3. Could Cena Rock have a part 3? Can't say that for certain right now. But here's what I do know. I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is setting up Survivor Series for War Games in Vancouver at the end of November. I'm telling you right now, with Rock back, what do you think that's going to spell for you? The thing is, if Rock sides with Solo, Jacob Fatu with the Tonga Brothers, which I believe he's going to, that's 5. If Roman gets Jay on board and Sami Zayn on board, that's only 4. Who's his 5th? Who else is around the Samoan family that's going to come back to him? I can't see anybody else. He might have to go to the well and do something he's never done before. But it's not going to be Cody. How many of you bet Brock returns to Survivor Series? But the problem is, of the legal crap regarding Vince, Brock still hasn't been able to return. I have no idea. I don't even have a clue. I have no clue. Because here's the thing. If Brock does return, it's going to be the last one of his career. Not that he can't go, because I mean the guy's built like a freaking killer. You know what I mean? Like, can't hurt him if you ran over him with a truck. But there was one more surprise, and I'm forgetting it. Bill Goldberg. Goldberg. With his wife and his son Gage. And could there be one more match in him? Keep that in mind. That was a cool surprise. Goldberg was front row and center with his family. That was pretty freaking cool. That was awesome. The whole night for me as a whole, I was ecstatic to see Jimmy come back. Jimmy has been gone for months, and I'm relieved to see that Jimmy's now a face. But here's the question I'm going to ask you right now. I'm going to say about Jimmy. What does that mean for him? This is what I'm talking about. Jimmy has got one problem. You want to know what that is? Jay's the Intercontinental Champion on Raw. The only way Jay joins Roman for War Games, I don't think he has to lose the title. I hope he has this thing for the rest of the year. But I don't know. The whole thing's a mess with all that. I have no idea. I honestly can tell you right now, I don't know what could happen with Jay. But I'm hoping for a long run for him because he deserves it, beyond a doubt. So, with that said, let me go into this for you as well. So, Crown Jewel, 3.5 weeks away on November 2nd. 2 matches have already been set. But there is another update on that. I feel like I'm missing something too. I don't know why I'm missing it. Excuse me. Um, uh, yeah, Chambers in control. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. Okay, so okay, no, sorry about that. I didn't miss anything. Good, I had all my ducks in a row here. So 2 matches have been confirmed for Crown Jewel: champion versus champion. Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. That's been confirmed. WWE is set to make history in a high stakes champion versus champion. Listen to this. Announced by CCO, the Chief Content Officer of WWE, Paul Triple H Levesque from Bad Blood on Sunday. It will feature the WWE Women's Champion and the Women's World Heavyweight Champion to determine the first ever Women's Crown Jewel Champion, a title made up of 50 carats of diamonds that will signify the best of the best. And then that's the same thing for Cody Rhodes and Gunther, the undisputed WWE Champion versus the World Heavyweight Champion. I'll have more information on that as we get closer to it. But I guarantee you those 2 matches won't just be the only matches on that card. I'm guaranteeing you that there'll be more down the road for Triple H to figure out. But guess what, guys? Raw's now 2 hours until we hit January, and then when it goes to Netflix, it's 3. And then SmackDown will also be 3 once it hits January 2. But here's the good news. Once it goes over to Netflix, it'll be back to 3 hours. Then SmackDown USA in January will be 3. So both shows will be 3. I'm pretty stoked about that. Maybe the only reason why it's 2, it's got to be something regarding their deal with USA that expires at the end of the year. I have no idea. But what I'll tell you is the 3 makes more sense to me just because of the fact that with the 3 hours, you get a lot more in and you get a lot more done. But, oh no, it was a great show. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was a phenomenal show. The main event was all the expectations. Arguably, the 2 matches I paid most attention to me, that had the most impact to me was Punk and McIntyre and Cody, Roman, and Solo and Fatu. Those 2 matches, in my eyes, made Bad Blood. Because those matches were Bad Blood. Because after Crown Jewel on the 2nd, if you fast forward all the way down, I believe War Games, a Survivor Series in Vancouver. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think that is when the hell is that? I believe it is on the 30th. Yep, It's on the 30th. So 3 weeks after Crown Jewel is Survivor Series. Oh, and also, just as a side note, too, um, regarding the rest of this year, regarding Raw and SmackDown, in December, SmackDown will be in Hartford and Raw will be at the Garden in Boston, TD. So 13th will be in Hartford, the 16th will be in Boston at the Garden. Okay, well, that's interesting. Also, Seth Rollins is back as well, as I mentioned that to you earlier. Seth freaking Rollins, he came back. But with all that being said, though, I think we're in for a great end to this year. I really do. For WWE, all the tools are lined up for them to have a kick-ass end of this year. And I am hoping that they can drill this home. So, Crown Jewel, I'll have updates for you on that next week. And is there any more news regarding Rock and what's going on with that? The thing is, we are going to get answers on SmackDown this Friday. So, stay tuned on that. Tune in on that, actually, please. And I'm hoping that with SmackDown Friday and Raw next Monday, maybe we'll get some more answers on that as we get closer. But the pieces are in place, guys, and they're about to start running with it. On behalf of the man behind the scenes, the creator of RIB, Ron Rigo, this is Erik Dunn saying so long. Thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. And that's where I'll be next week. The reason why I'm also here is because Xfinity is doing some work at my house, so I have no Wi-Fi. They're basically blocking out the services to improve it for 24 hours. So a big thank you to Ryan's Spin Amusement here in Millis, Mass, and the staff for allowing me to do this here. So I am now signing off from Millis, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of Falls Count Anywhere here on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Crown Jewel News, SmackDown, Raw, takeaways, and the recap. We'll talk to you then. Thank you so much for watching and listening.